Right, hello everyone, hope you're doing alright. Welcome back to the latest pod, NUFC Women pod. We are talking some movement with players, transfers. It is a beautiful red hot day and we are doing the run heat and right, and I've got Dale with us as per usual.
Hi
How
guys,
are you?
I'm all right. Got some updates. I've just had my doctor's appointment and a physio on Thursday, and I'm still unfortunately I'm getting the moon boot off on Monday, so that's a good thing. So and then I've got to slowly ease up. So no heavy walking around, just ease back into it. So there might be still a glimmer chance, Lee. I'll be there on Sunday. I could even do the full walk if it's strong enough.
People that didn't know he's got a bad leg, that's what I was trying to say.
Fractured ankle.
Right, okie dokie then. So yes, this pod is all about transfers and ex-players, and we've signed 2 new players. So yeah, please do, if you're watching on NFTV Extra, it is red hot, so we are baking here. Get your comments, please come in. We'll talk about the new signings very shortly. Joe is also sending us a couple of clips as well. We just want to talk about a few of the players because we've not had the chance to talk about them finding new clubs. Amy Andrews is the first one I want to bring up. She's joined Sheffield United, who had the reprieve of staying in the league. Obviously, they finished bottom, but because of the circumstances with Blackburn, fortunate for them, they've stayed in the league. Is that a good move for her?
Yeah, I think it is. Because when Sheffield in the second half of the season, they were actually getting good results along with Portsmouth. We were going, "Oh, that's going to be a battle." And when we played them at Bramall Lane, they were a good team, good side. They just need. I was saying to you when we're there, all they need is a couple of good signings, more experience, and they could be up there mid-table. And Amy Andrews is a good fit for them.
I think she'll start. I think she'll be a regular there. Obviously, we're at Newcastle. We know last season she started the season off as number 9. Then Shania Hales was moved up top and couldn't dislodge her. And then Katie Andrews, not Katie Andrews,
Amy Andrews played on the
Andrews. I know someone called Katie Andrews. She was then forced out on the wing and playing second striker as well. So I think that's a great move for her. It's not too far down the road on the A1. It's easy for us to get to as well. For an away day. So good luck to Amy Andrews on that. Lovely lass. Reached out to Joe when Joe was going through a bit of a bad patch, and also even thanked me a couple of times travelling up and down the likes of Portsmouth and stuff. So lovely lass. So
she scored a great goal as well, Manu. That was unbelievable. So thanks Amy for the services.
She loves worldies. Great. Okay, cool. Becky Ferguson. This might be a common theme. Joined Middlesbrough.
What?
On a permanent deal after a release at Newcastle. Obviously, there's a lot of connections. We know that down Middlesbrough. Even the manager, Geordie, were playing Middlesbrough as well in a pre-season friendly behind closed doors. So there's a lot of connections. The lasses don't need to move. They don't need to relocate. So they can just take the 45-minute drive down and play. Is this a good move for her?
Yeah, I think it is. It's a shame because we were seeing when we did the preview of the lasses, which would keep, sell or loan. I said I would keep Becky Ferguson, but send her on loan again, to a championship side or like third tier, because she's still a young lass, and unfortunately she got released, but she's got back to Middlesbrough, who she's with last season, so she has the players there, so it's kind of gelled back easier for her. She doesn't have to make new teammates. She knows exactly who they are.
I think last season when she was out on loan, I think if she got the ball rolling, no pun intended, if she blitzed it, I think she might have been given an extra year, but for whatever reason, it never quite happened at Middlesbrough in terms of goal scoring record. Long as she can play anywhere across the front line, but another one that heads down and really young as well. So come back and haunt Newcastle if she goes on to develop. But that's the decision that the club have made, I guess. Georgia Gibson, we've kind of touched upon this a little bit, haven't we, already on the pod? She's joined Chester Street, which is a bit of an eye-opener because it's a bit of a surprise. I think she's better than that level, to be honest with you. Obviously now United Arab Emirates International, which I still struggle to get my head around it, because obviously she grew up there. And of course she went out on loan. Another one out on loan in Middlesbrough last season as well. But with Georgia, we've kind of touched upon that, but good luck with Georgia with Chester Street on that one. And of course, the other two, we'll keep on the Middlesbrough theme. Liv Watt. From what we gather, she rejected the offer of staying at Newcastle. She had a few options, the likes of Durham, Middlesbrough, and Sunderland. Why has she gone to Middlesbrough?
Out of all them, probably because I don't want to say this like in there, but like former teammates that you were at Newcastle have went there. So has all them have went come and join were kind of like a clique and kind of like besties and all that. So I'm presuming that's why she's went there, because all of her former players there, she knows them well. So it's kind of like she knows like a normal environment that she's used to. So I'm presuming that's the other thing. Surprised she didn't go to Durham or Sunderland though, because last season Sunderland and Durham, they were like kind of up there battling for the promotion at some point. So you know what I mean. So I'm surprised by that move.
Maybe she just wants to play football. Maybe that's
why she rejected.
She might not have got that obviously opportunity, and she would have been a great squad player for Newcastle, but she's thinking of herself, and rightly so. Look, female footballers especially, they're not on 50, 60, 70k a week for an average player. These lasses are on living wages, some of them are only part-time. So tier 3, it's not a massive drop for Liv. Great defender, versatile across the back, right back, centre back, and even do a job at left back as well. It remains to be seen whether her partner Grace joins her or not, because she's still technically a free agent at the minute. So
come on, Sheila, give her the details. Come on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with Grace. Obviously, a couple of other free agents who haven't got a club yet. Katie Bark, I'm a bit surprised she hasn't got a club yet. Wow. Jodie Bartle, who obviously had a injury-ravaged couple of years at Newcastle. Daisy Burt, another one who's not got a club as of yet. Still plenty of time, by the way, because the season doesn't kick off till September.
They will get clubs, so definitely.
Yeah, they will. Rachel Furness is obviously retired, so we know that. Hannah Greenwood's still without a club as well, so we believe she's another one that didn't want to take on the contract of being a squad player at Newcastle. Sophie Hayward, who was out on loan last season. And the big one, the heartbreaking one, was Amber-Keegan Stobbs, wasn't it? So we've seen just last week, the start of last week, really, that's just joined Durham. Fantastic for her that she doesn't have to move, because she's obviously just bought a house near mine and she doesn't have to relocate. Obviously, she hasn't been threats, and this is coming from sources close to her, the greatest at the club, shall we say. The decision to keep her on and not keep her on and so on, but it's a hell of a coup, I think, for Durham.
It is definitely a brilliant signing, because I said, like last season when we were doing with the player of the season, I put Amber number 1. Because for me, she didn't score all the goals like Beth and Shania did, but Amber was just right in the middle of everything. In the mid, she can play midfield, she can play defence. You could tell when it was getting tough, when we even had 1-0 lead or 0-0, she was the force that was driving everything forward, and she was she was doing all her best. And then all of a sudden, Amber-Keegan Stobbs were released. I was like, what? Like I was saying to you, what? Why is this? So Durham have absolutely got a steal.
They've got a great personality, great leader, great character. I believe she's still ambassador for Newcastle United Foundation as well. So, look, I think she will be very emotional when she comes up against Newcastle when the fixtures are released. I think she might have a tear. She's an emotional character, and there's nothing wrong with being emotional as well. But that'll be all eyes on Amber for the return game, and she might let the lasses know that she's there, you know. She might
definitely get in the face, man. Just have a bit of a banter, get in the face, going you see. But this is a good thing for Amber when she comes to play Kingston Park and
St. James's.
Or St. James's, you never know what the fixtures are. But she's got a point of proof to go to Becky and go to the board at the top, going, I've still got it. This is what you're missing out on.
It is, and it's. Look, we've kind of touched upon it, and it's not a great look where you've. Again, these are sources close to her. This isn't me saying this. That's just been told that she's been kept on. She's been cut out the Adidas advert and then let go. And it's
not a good thing.
It doesn't end well. Which leaves me nicely on. We are going to hear from Joe in just a second. On to a transfer rumour that isn't going away in Jordan Nobbs. The TalkSport have mentioned this, and The Guardian as well recently. You've decided there. You're not a fan?
Nah, to me, it's pointless. If you're going to get rid, you got rid of Amber, who's 32, and then you're going to bring in another 32-year-old that plays exactly in the same role. What's the point of that? I know Jordan Nobbs is a big name in the Lionesses when she was playing there. I can understand that, But I totally don't understand why. There's like
Is
other
it?
talent you can get out there.
You mentioned big profile. Is it that Newcastle want to make a statement again, like they did last season with Demi?
Yeah, definitely going. Oh look, we can bring we can bring massive signings in. Yes, she's a former lioness, but like my question is like, well, the wages. How much is going to be in wages? And is she going to be? Is she a first choice? Well, because obviously you got Alicia in there, then you got the new signings coming in, then you got other midfielders that's already in there. So is that just going to be Jordan just going to be on the bench and just ready to get used?
From the squad's point of view, I think they would be delighted to play alongside another lioness. I really do. I think they look at her and they look up Ra. Well, she's tiny. Maybe look down on her. She's tiny, isn't she?
Yeah.
Scores goals, box to box midfielder, gets her foot in there as well. So that's the positive look. A lot of people are going to compare it to Fernie, and a lot of people are going to compare it to Amber. I get it, but I think once she signed, I think those who are skeptic about it will get behind her. I really do. I think once she crosses that white line, everyone's going to cheer her on. Look, she's experienced. Shanaz, what she's coming into, she's a Northeast lass, she's a Borough lass, so, and she's got a Borough pal next to Alicia body as well. So, but I think it'll be a good signing. It's just a pity what's happened with the players that are leaving. That's the only thing. And it does raise the profile of the club. It does put a statement out there saying, wow, Newcastle have got another lioness. They mean business. They want to go up. Especially now you've got 3 chances this season going up, whether it's the 2 automatic or you finish 3rd. But Joe is not very happy about the links. Here he is.
So, what else do I want to see in the transfer window for Newcastle United Women? Well, for me now, what I now want to see is, realistically, I want to see more youth signings. You know, we've had a lot of talk about like Jordan Nobbs, and look, don't get us wrong, can she do a job still? Yes, indeed, but she's not the player I want. I think it's the wrong side of the age barrier for us. I think we need to be going for younger players who are going to be able to bring more and develop more and stay at the club longer and really make an impact for a couple of years, rather than just keeping players for a year and letting them go. I don't like that format. I want to see another forward. I want to see a present forward. You know, Shania Hale's definitely highest goal scorer last season. She is absolutely phenomenal at what she does, but I want to see a danger striker. One of those ones who are always pressing. Not a creepy, sneaky striker like what Shania Hale's is. I want to see one of those players who can really, you know, make an impact. He's scared of them running up the pitch with the ball, things like that. Who goes on and takes a shot, it hits, ricochets off the ball, gets saved, and Shania Hale sneaks in and finishes it off. You know what I mean? Off. I definitely want to see that role. I would like to see, to be fully honest, I would like to see 2 forwards come in. One who's going to be regularly starting alongside Shania Hales or interchangeable with Shania Hales, and then also another backup. That would be a good one for me. And I would also like another goalkeeper to come in as well, just for backup to Claudia Moon and to give a bit more pressure on her position, because I think she is a bit too comfortable in her position as of right now. Does a great job for the tune, but I think she needs a bit of competition. That would be excellent. But yes, Dale, Lee, thank you very much.
So that was Joe's thought on it. He's not a happy bunny about it. And I must stress, Dale, at the minute, it is just rumours.
Yeah.
But do you think it'll happen? I think it will.
It is, because normally, like, when there's loads of talks going in, oh, this is going there, it turns out it's like the Newcastle are trying to not put anything out there. They hadn't even come out and denied it or anything there. So that's another reason for me that she's probably one of the targets, or one of the biggest targets that they want to bring a profile in. But the only problem I got with that is, like, if she's, like, I know she's a former lioness, got lots of caps, but like, if that's the case, why is no one else kind of been in for her? That's the worry about it. But like I say, if it goes over the line, it's a signing, it's another sign up which we need. I will support. I'll give all the support I can for her. But like, is it one of the signings that I would want? No.
See, if she signs up, like, it is a statement whether you like it or not, and it's a shame what's happened.
Maybe it will be the next signing.
It is a shame what's happened, but look, we'll have to wait and see on that.
Definitely.
But let's talk about some new signings. Probably what you've been waiting for to discuss the 2 Southampton girls. We're joking on, weren't we, in the WhatsApp?
Yeah.
That we're now the feeder club for Southampton. We're signing 3 in the last 6 months. We've got the joke of Middlesbrough that they take all of ours.
We're taking all the Southamptons now.
So the first one, which was announced a few days ago, Jemma Purfield, 28-year-old, captain.
Yep.
So that shows you that's just a leader. Is this a good sign?
Yeah, I think it is a good sign because we need some centre backs. Obviously, we got rid of Fernie, who could play centre back all there, and we lost Hannah, who can play centre back as well. So it's good to get some cover in, and she's played well. It's in James's Park. She played well.
Yeah.
She kept Shania and Katie Potter quiet all game, which was great to see. And like you said, she's been captain. So you got rid of the Amber, who was captain. There's your new captain there.
Ooh, that's a statement. I think Demi Stokes might get the
Demi Stokes there, but like I say, if Demi gets there, you've got another leader who can rally everyone there. So it's good signing.
You look at the men. You've got several leaders. You've got Trippier. You've got Dan Byrne.
Lascelles.
Lascelles. Even squad. You look at the squad. Bruno wears the captain's armband. Yes, but there's leaders in that side. So it's a free signing. She left Southampton.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, as Dale's mentioned, she's played against her. And she's experienced. She has got plenty of experience also in WSL 1 and WSL 2. So I think it's a good signing. Remains to be seen. I don't know tons about her, I'm not going to lie. You would think and you would hope that the girls that have left, the likes of Liv Watt, etc., from defence, that she's a better standard. And that's difficult to do that with Liv Watt. But you would expect to. We'll have to wait and see when she gets tested and when she puts on the black and white top, and she's done all the promo shoots and stuff like that, which is great to see. The first signing of the club in general, to be honest with you, including the men in that.
She did a video as well.
She did,
like
spoke
to
well,
the fans. She was like, you could tell she was excited to be here, and she just wants to put on that black and white shirt for you guys and just give 110%. And that's all that we want in the fan base. Give 110%.
Do you reckon, especially we'll come on to Molly Pike in a minute, it's literally the other end of the country. Do you think settling in won't be an issue?
No, because like I say, she's got Freya, who she was with Southampton last season, and Molly coming in, which we'll get on there. So then there's three people straight away that will help us settle in.
Yeah, she might. I'm not 100% certain. She might already know Deanna Cooper because they've been at Chelsea, but
yeah.
No, Molly Pike's been at Chelsea, beg your pardon. She's not Molly Pike's. Yeah, so I've mentioned there. She's been obviously Chelsea. Plenty of experience in the WSL, getting through.
Couldn't believe that when I saw that when she played for Everton. And that's actually not bad, especially.
And she played quite a bit of games as well.
Exactly, so that's a great signing.
I'm excited about this one because it's funny because we've signed two players on the back of two great performances against with this season.
Exactly.
Fred Gregory was the best player on the pitch at St James's Park, scored. Fortunately for her, but she was absolutely outstanding on that left wing role against when we were in the press. And then down at the away day, it was 2-2. Molly Pike was the star. She hit the bar. She scored 2 goals. She was running the show. She was just athletic. She was bursting past players. And then we've signed 2 players on the back of 2 performances that have really stood out. And Becky's probably like, who's this? What a signing.
Exactly. I'm like I said, I'm with you. I'm excited for Molly Pike. She's played last season 27 games and scored 9 goals, which is not bad for a centre mid. Like
1 and 3 now.
Yeah, centre mid and plays in number 10 role as well. So she can play basically anywhere in the middle. Like she's just quick, she's fast. So Becky might have an option to put her on the wing if we've got injuries or anything like that. So she's a versatile player, which I'm really excited to see her in black and white this time.
It's a hell of a signing. I'm very, very excited about this as well. Look, she's another one who's done an interview as well. They've probably all done it in the same... Well, they've done it in the space of a couple of days. They might have all just done it on the same day. Again, similar to the other signing that we've got now is where they've had the photos taken, the interviews and so on and so on. But I think she starts.
Yeah.
I think she's a starter. I mean, she was just ripping her apart, and when I was doing the live commentary, I was like, Molly Pike. I just kept mentioning her.
Yeah.
Over. I was like, God, she's just ripping her apart. And I think we're a little bit fortunate that she didn't score the one that hit the bar. But I think she will start. What about the other one?
Ooh, it's a good one there.
Do we have to wait and see on that?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on there because if she's fully fit, it's going to be Alicia in the middle. So Alicia and Molly in the middle. Centre mids.
Another one, 3. Jazz or Emma Kelly.
Ooh, that's.
We need options, don't we? With more signings.
It's going to be. If you're going by that, it's going to be Emma Kelly. I would say Emma Kelly at the minute, depending on who else Becky gets in the centre mid as well.
Yes, we will come back to that in a minute because we still need signings. But Joe is back once again to give us his thoughts on the 2 new signings from Southampton.
Yes, 2 new beautiful signings there. Well, Lee Deal, thank you very much for getting us in with this one. Look, first up, both of them coming from Southampton. We've had a little bit of a robbery in Southampton's outgoings, haven't we? And I think we've chosen 2 players from Southampton who are going to be decent for the squad. You've got Jemma Purfield, fullback. She's going to be able to cover the whole of the back line. The past 2 seasons she's spent with Southampton, she's had 41 appearances. She's even scored 2 goals, which, you don't expect defenders to score, but she's done that job. She's got a massive amount of wealth. She's been in the Women's Super League as well. The top 2 tiers she's been playing in for the last few years. Leicester City, Bristol City, Liverpool, Doncaster Bell Rovers. A season with Durham in the inaugural season of the Championship. She seems like a very, very decent player, and I feel like eventually she will end up coming in. And I say eventually, I think it'll be quite quick, a few games into the season. I think she'll end up being one of the starting 11, replacing the likes of a Diana Cooper. So Diana Cooper can come on in the back ends of the games where she usually makes an impact. And then you also have Molly Pike, one who I'm very, very, very happy about. Molly Pike is a 24-year-old midfielder. She is quite honestly, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous upcoming players that you have in the Championship. Last season she scored an absolute brilliant goal against us for Southampton, and again another one of Southampton's players who we've really... I feel like this one's a little bit of a coup. I think at Newcastle United she's going to do a canny good job. Plenty link-ups in the middle. I think she's going to be quite dangerous overall. Look, I can't complain at all about the first 2 signings that we've announced at Newcastle United Women, which is something I think is brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the podcast, and we hope to see plenty of you on July 20th for the Colin Lock Walk. Lee will post the link. You will be able to donate if you can't make it. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much, Joseph. So that's Joe's thoughts on the signings and some of the players being linked in the likes of Jordan Nobbs. But Dale, so that's us up to 17 players, first team, not including the devs in that. And where else would you like to see strengthen?
I'd say we need another left winger, another right winger, a goalkeeper, and a centre forward. So I'd say probably 4 to 5 signings we need.
I think Molly Pike will start for me.
Yep.
Jemma Purfield remains to be unseen because obviously Potty's now back.
Yep.
And she's been back a while. She's been chomping at the bits to play. You've got Charlotte Wardlow at the back there. Leah Cataldo, Demi Stokes. We are linked to Fionn Morgan as well, who can play on that left side all the way up, anywhere all the way up the left, really, to be honest with you. So
Cataldo will be asking for the...
I know, because they're obviously partners as well. So
come on, get my girlfriend in.
That makes it even more interesting.
Juliet would love that.
I know. She's out in Florida, by the way, if you're wondering where she is. Why you've not seen her, because she's...
Miss you, Juliet.
She's having 2 weeks over there, lucky thing. So, yeah, I agree. Look, I think you've got Shania, you've got Emily, but they're not out-and-out centre-forwards, despite Shania banging in goals and can go on the left. Murphy can go on the 10. She's even done a job out wide for a half this season. I think you definitely need a couple of more extra wingers now. Poppy hasn't been staying on. I'm a bit surprised the club haven't gone back in for Poppy, but you've got 2 great wingers there in Gregory and Lumsden, but underneath that,
you haven't got really anyone.
You haven't got any depth there, so I think you need a couple of extra wingers, even if it is a loan like Poppy. I think another centre fielder, and I think another goalkeeper. But hopefully they get the goalkeeper right this time, because they did a couple of years ago where they brought in
Lily Woods.
Yeah, and we thought, right, okay, she's young, she's going to eventually get a number 1. She's been capped for Northern Ireland, but she was released 6 months later. So I'd like to see a young goalkeeper signed, or someone being promoted from the devs.
And get them the experience.
Yeah, because you've obviously got the likes of Eva Chapman, Ella Baker, and there's a few. I could name you loads, to be honest with you. But look, we are expecting a lot more signings to come, and we're not expecting anyone else to depart. I think this is the squad. I think it'll just get bigger and bigger until you're allowed up to 25 women's squad, same as the men. Obviously, the under-21s don't need to be registered, similar to the men as well. But yes, that's been the latest pod. Just before we wrap up, our walk to remember for Colin Lock is fast approaching. That's next Sunday, the 20th. Would love you to come down. Hopefully the weather stays like this, beautiful. Even if it's chucking it down, we're still going to be
We're
there.
still going to be
We're
there.
going to be there, honouring his name and his memory, and talk all about Colin for the 4 hours. Oh, why are you doing that, man? You didn't do that for me. That's exactly what he would say.
Exactly. But that's Colin, though. That's who he was. And, like, you had the time for everyone, which, like, I know it's like, I can't believe it's been nearly a year.
And it's good that we're doing it for him as well. I think it's a good thing that we're doing it, and you know, it keeps you humble. I think it does keep you humble that we want to do something back, because he always give us something great in return, and such a people person as well. He probably doesn't realise it. But yes, we'll do lots of stuff leading up to that. Coming up next week, you'll see all of that on the socials. We'll mention it a couple more times in videos as well. So yeah,
Even if you can't make all the walk with, we're just come at the start, or we're going to be at the stack at the end, having a drink with like Honourable Colin. Sorry, so just come down, like meet. We're more than happy to talk with you.
We're starting at 10, so we're probably going to meet up at Newcastle first for about 9 o'clock. Get the metro down. We should be there for about half past, and we're just waiting for everybody to turn up, and then literally as it hits 10, we touch the wall at St James's Park, Stadium of Light, and then we walk. And then if you want to meet us back in Newcastle, feel free to do. We'll be there arriving roughly between 1:30 and 2, because we're walking to Bolden, then down to Felon, down the quayside, then up to the ground. That's the way that we're going to be doing it. But yes, do have a look at that. It's a great event. We'd love you to come along, and if you can't make it, meet us or start us off. But yes, from us too, the Run Here and Writing. We'll see you very soon.